time. Hey, reporting for duty. Welcome to the party, everybody.
Yo, yo.
Making sure this is working here. You never know. Couldn't hear myself for a second. Thought it was all over. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the party. Isn't it good these days? Isn't it fun these days? Welcome. Yo, Afina. Nick. What's up, Clips? What, Terry? Yo, Berserk. What's this, Goose? Hey, thanks so much for the 100 bones, Goose. Bless, man. God bless. Making it red in here. Making it red. Feeling the cozy times these days. Really enjoy. Just been enjoying a lot lately. Been smiling. Voice is a bit rocked, but I don't think that's going to be a problem tonight. Damn. Yeah, I'm going to have to, Afina. I'm going to have to get ready for that. There's a lot to talk about. I hope everyone's doing well. Goose is coming in here rocking us. Thanks again, Goose. Goose comes in for the weekend. That's good. Pretty compelled to come on here and laugh about... I mean, there's too much, really. There's really too much. What is it, the weekend? Got a palace tomorrow. Yep. Just reminding myself. What's wrong with the glass? Does this block? I can't see if it blocks my eyes or not. I just do this just because of the light. Am I required to take the glasses off to talk about all these... to talk about the Olympics? I was getting lunch with Nick Hayden. Palace Clips. I look at the TV. I was like, oh man. I saw a horse, a pale horse riding around. I was like, oh my God. I was like, what am I watching? Short Circuit? Is this TriStar Pictures? What is this? Police Academy? Short Circuit? Who knows what else? What is this happening? I was ready for the music. It turns out that they were doing some sort of a ceremony, and I had to look away. I had to look away in order that I keep eating. In order that I eat and not barf, I had to look away. I mean, I've never been interested in the Olympics ever, so it's nothing. Sometimes the winter is fun. You watch some curling. That's a bit interesting. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. What are you going to watch, the Olympics? You're watching the Olympics? Yeah, there was a lot. There's a lot I didn't see, and I've been doing a little bit of a search on Google for the images, and the search is returning are a lot different than the ones I've been seeing on Twitter. There's a little bit of... Well, it's proof again. You know, we've been saying this for forever. Okay? You need not defile yourself by watching it, and I don't know. You need not defile yourself by railing against it or protesting against it. Well, unless of course you have a certain way about you. A lot of energy wasted in these sort of things. They've been telling you your whole life. This is an expose. Every time you see something crazy like this, it's always an expose. Your whole life you've been told there's a separation of church and state. There's a separation of church and state and this and that, and no. There's a separation of church and state. That's what Wooden Teeth said. Who said that? Wooden Teeth said it. Doesn't matter if they meant it back then. These days, I mean, clearly they didn't. Look at all the imagery with the founding fathers and all that history. It's reeking religiosity. I mean, you could puke from it. Reeking. And again, just like every ceremony, every political function, if you know about it, I guess you can see it. But if you don't, just look at this. Look at the Olympic ceremony right here. An expose of the world religion. Not even the world religion, though. the governments of the world, their religion is what is exposed with this. Oh, is someone asking? If Ina, my wife is in Kuwait. She's in Kuwait just chilling. We're all familiar with the tunnel ceremony, the whatever the name of it is, goat tunnel, and the CERN stuff, all that junk. We're all very familiar. They are super, super, super religious. Super. Your rulers are so religious. If you knew, you might even lose your mind if you knew how religious they were. You'd actually lose your mind if you knew how religious they were. You would scream and you'd pull your hair out. You don't believe me? Try it. Yo, Sam Borney. Oh, I see an anonymous on here too. Jesus, anonymous, don't go away. Thanks for the 15 bones. Ever watched or read the Hannibal series? No, but thanks for that. You're talking about Hannibal Lecter, right? You're talking about Lector? I'm looking at the Streamlabs. Tank, thanks again, Sam. Tank Demon, thanks for the 15 bones. This might be stale in your sphere, but what are your thoughts on Eckhart Tolle? I don't know. Toffee. And the power of now? Probably good. I've been hearing about that for years and years and years. It's probably good. I rattled your cage and shook a bunch of madness loose. I love what you do, Charles. Please keep on keeping on. Thanks so much for that, pal. I'm glad you enjoy what I do. I try my best, and I bet power now seems a bit good. It depends how you process knowledge. You know, it just depends how you process knowledge. Thank you for the 100 bones, anonymous coming in through the tip link in the description, which is a little bit more economical. He says peace. Thanks so much for that, anonymous. That's really nice of you. It's almost like it's untaxed, but that's an illusion because it gets taxed. So I'm saying, you know that people are so religious, it's unbelievable. Even mocking a religion, let's say Christianity, for example, in mocking Christianity, like that is a religious, it's a religious thing. I don't have a better word for it. To mock Christianity is a religious right or a religious action. And that's all. That's fine. You know, I'm not going to really stress too much about all these things in Paris and all that junk. I mean, we could talk about it forever. We could laugh. I mean, God, look at the stuff. I mean, I can't even pull up. Wait, want to take a look? Let me see. Hold on a second here. I got no browser? Okay, look. Look what I got here. It doesn't look that bad. So what are you guys talking about? You guys talking about the Last Supper and what a guy's balls? You got a guy's balls hanging out? So all the children that watched it got molested, in other words? The guy's tea bag bouncing around. Hey, Dad, what's that nutty sack in between that you-know-what's legs? I say, sir, son, my sons. I'm teaching my sons. We're doing sex ed while we're watching the ceremony with the homosexual with the balls out. And I was like, that's a homosexual. And I say, in between his legs, that's a tea bag. And what they do is they dip their nutty ball bag into each other's mouths because it's so good. It's so good. You dip in your hairy bean bag in a guy's mouth, you can't believe how good that is. That's just so good. I say, you'll learn about that. You'll learn about that in a few months. So we all, it was a good opportunity to teach my sons about sex education. They're getting they're about there where you start teaching sex ed. They're like 3. They're almost 3. So it's about time to start talking to them about sex, of course. To do otherwise would be weird. Honestly. People usually get taught about sex when they're 2, 3 years old, something like that. In some circles. The circles that make the opening ceremonies, their circles. That's when they started sex, when they were 2, 3. Who knows? Who raps the rappers? It applies to everything. This doesn't look so bad. What? This is the worst you can dig up? Bigots? Who's that? Allison Mack? Is that the Smallville lady? What's this? It's all about the electric Olympic cauldron. Have you ever written an article like that? It's all about the... Imagine doing that and not walking into propellers immediately. Dude, what's all this... You guys said that this was... You guys said that this was controversial. Look, who's this? Celine? Is this Celine Dion? Is it? Is it that old rag? Is that old rag herself that's still getting paraded around? Still getting worked with batteries and electronics, that old rag? That old Canadian rag? Please. And what's so bad? What did she ever do? Celine Dion. Clothing line for children. Let's go see what see how she's doing. Is this Celine's line? Is this her line? Israeli Partners. New Order. Celine. That old Canadian rag. Who? That old rag. Who's this? That old rag. Who's that in the middle? That old rag. Who's this? Some sort of rag? I don't want to click on that stuff, man. I don't want to click on kids. Who's this? This old rag? Well, I guess we can't avoid it because we're looking at her clothing line, I guess. Who's that? A Canadian rag? Canadian rag. Who's that? A Canadian rag? Let's get this Canadian rag up in this you-know-what. Let's get this rag going. She looks normal. She actually looks pretty normal. How long has she been around for? 1,000 years? Moves back to Willy Wonka's house. Being an old rag. None of these are really funny pictures. I don't have any good Celine Dion pictures saved. She's a bit of a rag, honestly. Guys, I've been saving this movie for a long time. There's a really good playlist I want to show you guys. There's an excellent playlist I want to show you. There's one really good list of like theater. Canadian rag. Who knows if it's even me. She's getting rag time. Where's the controversial? Like, controversy. Where's the controversy? Drag queens? Excuse me? What's your problem with drag queens? Whoa, that's not gonna clear the air. What's your problem with drag queens? The Last Supper? The Last Dinner. Parent drag parody of The Last Supper. Oh man, that makes me so mad that they did that. Why don't they try doing it with so and so? Ah, yeah. Oh boy, wow, that's a really good point. Whoa, man, when you put it that. Dude, please. Please. I mean, for real. If you put it that way. What's the problem with the drag races, though? Let's see the. Yo. Can you guys see this? What's this? The Merry Companions? Who is this? The Sex Ed bunch? Dressed to impress Roblox? Yeah, sure. Who is this? Who are these? Who is this crew? And what do they do? Are they here to teach children about sex? I mean, what's their job? What's their function? Are they babysitters? Like, what's their deal? Is this like a babysitters convention? And what's wrong with that anyway? What? It's just a bunch of clearly superheroes. Who's that? Who's this? Is this like the Statue of Liberty? Is this Lucifer or whatever? I don't know what Titan that was. Colossus. I forget. I don't remember. How can you fit all of the conspiracies? Let's see this. Oh, decapitations? I like the Blue Man. You guys can't see this. You guys seeing the Blue Man? I need this. I don't want to be reading no articles, though. Get me out of here. Let's go see it. Olympics died. Computer, zoom in on pictures. Computer, zoom in on pictures without leaving. Oh, is it going to Twitter? That's great. Well, we might as well. Let's just see it. We got the blue-skinned man. What's this? India? What's this? India? What's this? India? India? Is this India? What's with the resolution? What's that? The beard? What's this? A carnival show? Decapitations too? Nice. Kathy Griffin made it. Shit. Pretty nice. Decapitations. I like that. Blue skin. The guy's got blue skin. Is he singing? Did they sing? Oh my goodness. He's singing! Marie Antoinette. I can't say, I don't know anything about Marie Antoinette. I really don't know. I don't pretend to understand their signaling and their messaging to each other. Like, I don't. And if I did, I wouldn't be telling everyone, I guess. Is there anything else? What headlines? Oh. Any more controversy? There's got to be something. Yeah, this is truly. Oh, uh-oh. You see, when you see lasers like this, you can always be sure you're going to be looking at the, I don't know, the frickin' Google App Store. You know, like the whatever, the sigil. It'll be, oh, okay, we got to keep our eyes out for sigils. Wait, let me guess. Let me guess. Oh, wait. Oh, big. Didn't have to go very far, did we? Let me guess. Big surprise. Was I blocking it with my face? Big surprise. Look. Oh, I don't want to see that, people. Big surprise. We got big sigils. Look, we got freaking these. I got blocks that like this. You know, like the whatever they called, the X blocks or the. You remember what those are called, Afina? Haven't you? Must have hid them. We used to play around with those things. Big surprise. Sigils. Even these rings. What does this mean? What do these rings mean? I don't know. We all know that everything means something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting hit with everything at every turn. Everything means something. Everything gets to you in some degree. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. They would just be nothing. Or something. I don't know what. Big surprise. Certainly there's more than this, though. What is going on? Are these people all right? Rings of Saturn? Oh, yeah, okay. Nissan, Toyota. I hear you, I hear you. Are these people all right? They don't look like they feel good. You see this one right here? She does not look like she feels good. This one right here, I don't know what you want me to call everyone here. Thems do not look like they feel good. They look like they want to die. Thems both look like they wish they could die, but they can't. Let's see this one. The same thing. They do not look like they feel good and they have fun. They do not. Oh, what's this? Oh my goodness. He's singing into a camera? This is for the Olympics? The blue nude actor who stole opening ceremony. He stole it. What's that? The ghost of Christmas present? This is Bacchus? Is it Mr. Blue? Mr. Blue tongue? Tongue, feet, arms? I don't know what that's called. What is this? I thought there was crazier stuff. Where's the guy's nutty sack? There's children watching a guy's nutty sack. That's interesting. I mean, we're not getting anything, so I should just... What else is there? What else even happened? Mr. Cold. That's Mr. Cool Ice. Mr. Cool Ice got blue. Sad. Is it, though? I think it's just silly. I think these people are just silly geese. But what else was there? The pale horse. Yeah, we laughed about that. I didn't even bother writing anything else. I figured we just get into it. What's this? Someone mess with my windows? Okay. Okay. There's a lot of fun stuff to get into. But what about this? Olympics? You know how it is. You know all the ceremonies from before. You remember all the shots and the dead people and all that. Like, you remember that stuff. Yeah, I guess you're better off just not watching it. You're better off just not watching it. I wouldn't dare watch that. I'd rather die. I couldn't dare watch that. I'd lose my mind. I just like the articles. I'm so surprised that all the years that went by and all this bad madness, people still take anything remotely seriously. Why aren't they laughing? Why don't they go to the Olympics and just throw tomatoes? Like, I'm really, really shocked. I'm shocked that people are treating it as something that's not just, I don't know, it's just sorcery. It's just sorcery. And to watch it and to talk too much about it is to, in certain ways, is to participate in it. But I am pretty intrigued, you know. But there seems to be a lot of stuff going on these days. Like, I started seeing things like this a few years back. Well, I mean, we've been seeing it our whole lives. When there was some computer channel, the guy started putting on a wig and stuff. The guy that was, he was big. The guy looked like he was not feeling good in the body that he was in. You know what I mean? He was, first and foremost, he does not look like he feels good. He does not look like he feels good. And there's some controversy. Excuse me. My feet aren't fast enough. There's some controversy with, I guess, a little bit of sex education. I guess people are starting to do a lot of sex education. And, you know, so there was always good topics, you know, that the doctor disrespect. whatever. I mean, I really do not. I really make it a point not to specifically weigh in on certain matters unless it's productive or conducive to wisdom that I do so. Because for starters, you don't even know if it even happened. You don't know if it happened. The whole news cycle could be AI generated. These people might not even exist. You don't know. You don't know. Now I know that's a crazy direction to come from. I really do. I understand that it's a wild direction to come from, but that's the way it is. It's not easy to weigh in on things when you're dealing with celebrities. You know celebrities are actors, right? You know that there's a script when you're an actor? You know that if you're a big name or a celebrity, you know you're an actor? And you know actors get scripts, right? And you know your job is your life. It's a lifetime position. You know that there's a script for actors, right? These are actors. These are symbols. They play roles. The roles are from some religious institution, some set of rites, some mystery initiation. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand. Well, I don't understand enough, but I don't pretend to be able to lecture about it. These people play roles. The roles are very specific, and I see a lot of people complaining about this guy right here. I don't know. He's talking to people some sexual manner. You think? First of all, these people are celebrities and they're actors. There's a script, and if you knew, I'm talking generally speaking, not this guy in particular, not anyone in particular. Celebrities, the A-listers. If you knew how they live their lives, you'd be hunting them. Okay. So the stuff that comes out is just a pale shadow. But, I mean, you want to talk about this guy? Oh, you know, he was texting. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Look at him. Do you need to go any further than that? Is it further or farther? Hey, do you know this guy, you know, he was talking to this kid or something, and yeah, is like, or not a kid, but I have no idea. Someone that had also been raped when they were children. Obviously! You say, oh, he was talking to this and that. Dude, say no more. Say no more. You need go no further. Look at the way this guy looks. Say no more. That's not that. There's more than one problem going on here, okay? And it has nothing to do with who's on the other end. Look at the way this guy looks. Obviously, he's been raped. Big surprise! So, there's a certain level of participation if you're really going to get down in it and talk about personal lives of celebrities. Okay? There's a certain level of participation there's a certain level of distance you have to maintain. Okay? What's the problem? Oh, the problem is that he was talking to this. Oh, really? That's the problem? The problem isn't that he's an influential figurehead in Nickelodeon and on the internet marketed to children looking the way he does? That's the biggest problem! I don't give a fuck who he was talking to on the other end. Are you kidding me? Look at him. It's not rocket scientists that are required to put this on a Goodwill hunting board. Goodwill Smith. It's not. This is very, very obvious, and you need no further discussion. Look at the way this guy looks. Like I give a damn who he was talking to or what he was saying. Like I give it. Are you kidding me? Look at this guy. I don't give a damn about this and that. Oh, there's a Discord leak. Oh, now people know Discord's designed to as a blackmail collection tool, just like everything. And digital everything, people are finally starting to realize that, I guess. But it's not like this was unintentional. These are scripted. This doesn't come out by mistake. He's a huge name. This guy must be a huge name. If he's in association with Mr. Beast, I don't know. Considering the way he looks, and he's marketing towards children, he's probably a very big name. Yeah. These things are planned. These are scripts. These things don't come out. They come out intentionally during the news cycle. I couldn't, as distraction. I don't know. I have no idea. Who cares? But look at this guy. Big surprise, huh? Big surprise. He's weird or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. Big surprise. Goes without being said. Look at him. You didn't have to tell me. It's pretty obvious. Look at this guy. Pretty obvious he might not have been all normal or all there. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? A little bit? That he's not all there? He's influential. He's an influence to children. Look at him. Look at him. Big surprise, huh? Big surprise. I'm supposed to worry about everyone. This guy was talking to this guy was talking to his mother. He was dating his mother when he was like 2 months old or something. I'm like this. Yeah, that guy needs to lose his job. Like I give a damn about all of those hauntings. Like I want to get haunted by these freak shows, freaking phones. Dude, you'd blast yourself if you scrolled through their phones. You'd literally jump into traffic. Are you kidding me? Big surprise. Oh, wait, I didn't think he was going to be like that. Dude, big surprise. Let's see what happens. Nothing? Ooh, what's he going to wait, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and he'll make a comeback? 8 years, 9 years, 10, whatever, he comes back. Hey. No, it doesn't matter. Let's see what comes of it. Huh? Let's see what comes of it. Whatever he was doing, let's see what comes of it. Okay? Let's see what comes of it. Mark this down and check back in a few years or whatever, just like any assassination stuff in politics. Why don't you wait to, let me know what comes of it. Let me know how bad and illegal everything was. And dude, you have to understand, these people are crazy. Generally speaking. Big surprise, huh? Big surprise. People like this get defended, and I'm not trying exactly to weigh in on topics. I'm just trying to get to something productive, something that has maybe, hopefully, a tiny bit of wisdom in it. I have no idea. We gotta maybe change screens or something. This would be making us barf. What am I supposed to put on instead? Do this. A video? Oh my God. Does he talk? Oh my God. What's he gonna sound like? What? Oh!
Of saying I'm a woman and then instantly hearing, no, you're not. Mm-hmm. Because in my head, I fought with that every day.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Towards was myself for not understanding myself. Also,
that makes sense. He sounds pretty good too.
In the book, and you're focusing on the way that you...
Is this too loud? Is it? This isn't blasting everybody, is it?
You feel when you are most true to yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, how do you get more true to yourself? Let's hear it.
If your way to confidence is to wear a dress, wear a dress.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's pretty good advice. That's pretty good advice to children. I give my sons that advice all the time. They can't talk yet, but I point at the dress. I'm like this, you're going to be wearing that one. How do you get more true? How do you accept yourself? Do you make yourself better? Do you, find meaning in life? Do you look towards God? Excuse me. Do you read? In philosophy, I hate philosophy, but I'm just thinking out loud. Do you improve yourself? Do you, I mean, read the Bible. I mean, it doesn't have to be the Bible, just some sort of piece, some sort of thing that can act as a mirror so you can have some introspection. No, it's put on a dress. Really?
That's why I wanted to come to your show to
Interesting.
be able to get a hold of my narrative again.
I'd like to be able to have access to more children, to be honest with you.
Negative that would come out of that.
Yeah. And now
Why? Why exactly? They're just so cute. They're just so cute, honestly.
that was all internalized transphobia. My
Whoa.
friends would have accepted me. I probably could have gotten through the process a little faster.
Yeah.
But
Everybody gets raped at their own pace.
somebody else as a target.
Do you feel like after coming out,
Do you feel
and
like
feeling
you would
you
have
can
sex
actually
with a
be your
guy
truest
with my
identity?
hair
In
or
addition to
my
not having
nose
to hide-
piercings or jewelry or ink or paintings in the back?
Real flavor, real hydrating.
What is it? Load?
And then I went to my sister's room and went in their closet and grabbed as much stuff as I can. I locked my door and I turned on
Dude, why doesn't it do the pause trick?
Arthur. And it was the episode where there was ballerinas.
Yo, he's got his feet out. He's got his toes out. You seeing this? He's got his toes out. Look. You seeing this?
And I just pretended to be a ballerina and danced around my room.
That's how it
Being
happened?
myself and being kind to others. And
Okay, so accepting yourself. How do you teach children to accept themselves?
like in the same way of like you've kind of came out. You haven't come out officially, but you came out in a space to where it was safe. People
Live by the dick, die by the dick.
to be able to get a hold of my narrative again.
Right, because you lost control of that narrative.
It's rocking the tits right now. Hell
You did
yeah.
not want to be what you felt at your core was your true self.
I thought it was a curse.
You get to your core, you find your true self. You ever do that? It's actually kind of easy. You can do it when you're... this guy doesn't look very old. You know, you can actually find yourself, get to the core of yourself for real, and know yourself completely, even before you're 30. Did you know that?
For all of my life. If your way to confidence is to get so swole, you
In addition to not having to hide.
email. That's just being. I don't remember exactly what made me high, but I know tending. I'm pushing forward because it was more fun to do that or more enjoyable to me to do that because
It's pretty enjoyable to wear sheer hose.
I mean, I've always joked that and I hate
It's got heels on. So good.
tying me to this, masculinity. And really, it was after a lot.
What's with this the skin tone between the face and the cleavage and all that? Like, what is this? Who does the makeup? These people got to get some professionals,
Because there's
man.
a little bit of fear attached to the implications or what else they might be thinking, like those things.
What else might they be thinking? And why does it scare you immediately when you consider those things? Dude, this guy got his tattoos at the ice cream parlor. Dude, I can't.
Was like, this is
who I am.
not a curse. It's a blessing.
No, it's actually a blessing.
I can finally be myself.
Or did you
Isn't it crazy how he found himself? Like, he doesn't look that old. Usually guys that are on their deathbed or, they're old guys are like, yeah, if I started to learn. How did this guy do it when he's so young?
Trans people and trans issues. People and trans issues. And so the only exposure I had to trans people and trans issues
Was what?
were from, the other end of the spectrum. And
What's that? Is that like a club?
to my sister's room.
Dude, how long are we gonna do this? I would have never thought. I was actually expecting there to be a bigger problem with this guy than even this at all. I was waiting for him to kill somebody or this and that. Actually, that's what I was expecting. So look, dude, why wait?
This happy being on.
Didn't have to wait, did you?
And
He's just sassy, though. He's really sassy, which is nice. Mr. Biost. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear this guy's voice. I don't want to hear anybody else's voice. We shouldn't even be looking at any more of this. This is going to make us crazy. God damn, let's get out of here. Oh, that's better. God. It's twisting my soul. Hey, let's get that music. I can't be listening to those guys. I can't be doing that. That'd drive you crazy. God. Master Beast. What's this? Let me see this. Let me just see this. Should be another freaking window for this. Where are we at? Hannibal. Okay. Let me just get there. Yo, Bufo, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Having a rough birthday. Please pray for me. You guys. Hey, sorry to hear that. Thanks for that, Bufo. Yeah, really sorry to hear about that. And keep them in your prayers, everybody. That's a rough one. And happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. Hopefully this time, here is cleansing you a little bit. We're a bit cleansed, aren't we? A tiny bit? Thanks. Owen, thanks for the 15 bones. Yo, Charles. Finally in a position where I can support the guys who have entertained me for years. Keep going. All in, Charles. Peace. Hey, thanks so much for that, Owen, for the 15 bones. Or the quid. The quids. Thanks. Liam Stanley, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Thank you for recommending Aurora. That is the day spring. Oh, my God. I'm afraid. It's right there. Where is it? It's right there. Unfortunately, it's a load-bearing book column, so I can't pull it out. Yeah, that's a wild one. It's just so referenced and pointed. You know, it's good pointers. The Bible notes. It's so good. You know what I mean? Like I could pull it out, but the freaking thing would collapse if I pulled the book out. I won't spoil it, but the mind-blowing part of it for me was Jesus Christ and his interaction with the disciples. Ah, okay. I have to revisit that. It's such a travesty not like letting that book go. I need, because I haven't done a real perusal of it, you know. You have any good examples? I can't remember any, but I'm glad you have that. It's such a good one. Yo, Kairos Watch, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It's true. It's true. Daniel White, thanks for the 15 bones. Sick of these freaks that work in children entertainment. You hear about the Cartoon Network show producer that got arrested recently? No. I think so. I think so. Was he a big guy or something? I don't remember. But that's interesting. That's pretty nice. Leo Mega, thanks for the 5 quid there. A number of Munchausens by proxy cases has fallen as the number of you know what have risen. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. You see, some religions require children for their sorcery, honestly. And also for control of the populace, you need to maintain control of the youth. So it's not just one thing. It's not just a practical, oh, yeah, it's just a prison. It's just a prison. Then why the religion? You know? It's a sort of a combo. Did I hear... Did my phone go off or something? I heard an alert or something. Am I losing it? Control this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a textbook in control. But as some people that are a bit learned in certain religions over the centuries know that children are oftentimes required for certain ceremonies, I guess you could say. And those are only select religions, not all of them. Absolutely required. But, I mean, hey. What? What else are you going to say other than Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? What are you going to say other than Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? I don't know what my point was with that, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Where are we at? Munchausen. Makes me want to watch Baron Munchausen. You know? Look, there's a reason... excuse me. There's a reason why over the years on here and on Twitch and elsewhere it hasn't been a conspiracy. I mean, it is a hardcore conspiracy theory sort of haven, I guess you could call it, over the years, which I would not argue against. But this was not a place of the dissemination of abomination and of the methods of the wicked and of the lives of the wicked. We allude to things, we talk, you know, sometimes we get heated, sometimes we joke, you know, blah, 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 blah. But there's a reason why, because there's a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of things that happen in this world that make you unclean and they do damage to you, if you even know about them. Let me put it that way. And your empathy and your psyche is very much, like, deduced. It's not, there are no secrets from rulers in regards to how to make people tick in the right direction. There's no new science on the matter. Like there's only the execution. There's only applied science. That'll be under the guise of something else. But anyway, this was never a haven for atrocity. Because it's just such brutal knowledge. And it's meant to do damage. And even if there's information that's not meant to do damage, it still can. And if you're not with it in regards to how much torture you can tolerate without there being overt side effects, then you're gonna know that a lot of things they'll make you unclean. I'll just say it. So again, we know a lot about how the world works, but putting that stuff together and talking about it all the time is pretty freakish unless you have something important to say about it. Let me just put it that way. You know? Let me say that. Yo, Firefighter! Firefight, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Thanks for the sawbuck. Tool. Oh, you're seeing Tool? You see Tool? Damn, Tool would be a classic to see. Tool. Yo, Monthus Birawa. I gotta move these windows closer, man. My neck's gonna break. Thanks for the 20 bones. Love you, Chuck. Thanks for everything you do. Longtime fan. Just picked up Babylon 5. Complete first season. Never watched, but always was intrigued by your mentioning and Harlan Ellison's involvement. Yeah. Oh my God, man. I hear you on that. It's the best. I don't know the names of my favorite episodes. Mefina will probably remember more. We've gone through that a bunch of times. I just don't remember any of the episodes of the names. I'm not there yet. It usually takes me about 20 years before I remember all the episodes, the names. Even now. I don't know the names of the TNG or DS9 episodes. Like, I know like 3 of them. Favorite episode is going to be the one with the Mad Bomb Maker. The one with Kilpatrick in it. I think that might be the best one. The most staggering performance I've ever seen. Is that Conviction, Zafina? Dude. I remember we were watching that in Kuwait. We saw it, I think we saw it before. We saw it previously, but it didn't hit us the first time we saw it. We were probably feeding babies or something like that. But when we watched it in Kuwait, when we saw the performance in that from Mr. Kilpatrick, it was so staggering and so brutally good where it made us crazy. It was a full freak out. So that might be the best episode. Techno Wizards, whatever, that one's a pretty good one. The Shadows, whatever. I mean, there's a bunch of, there's so many. There are so many. There are so many. Armando, who created it, is like, it's Cliff Bleszinski, I think. It's the guy that made Sense8, isn't it? Didn't he make Sense8? I forget his name. I think his name is Alternative Lifestyle. Anyway, but that was truly, oh my God, that's the best episode. But oh, what are the, there's so many. Remember how good Lita was? Remember Lita Alexander? And even the other one, the blonde one. I don't even remember their names. Yeah, I remember Lita. Remember when she screamed, like putting pain into guys? It's Londo. I'm about to pull out my laptop, pull out some, at least I got screenshots from it. She's pain. I gotta pull out the screenshots. Morden. Oh my God. Who was the other one? Talia, right? Oh my God. There are very, very excellent episodes. My God. Wait. Where's... Nah, we're looking for wild quotes. These aren't the ones that I remember. Damn it. What's this? That's not Mike. Who are these other fools? Oh, these were the days. Remember these days? Damn. So, there's something to be said about all this. It's not good to really ruminate too much on the insane ceremonies. Just it's just fun. It is pretty funny. Damn. Just testing out this pen. While the thing writes smooth. Okay. That means I gotta take like a walk or something. I gotta stretch my spine. I gotta put on some BioFreeze. This is what I need. Oh my God. It's hard to believe, isn't it? Wish I could find more of those pictures. I just don't feel like finding any. My God. Oh, there was... Oh, yeah, we could put on a Tom video if you didn't... I don't know. I'm just... Well, I have a hard enough time even clicking on a link. But I'm glad to see that... the, I guess the... I don't know, man. Let's talk social mores or cultural mores, okay? You see, these people... Okay? Whoa. See, these people See, the community that not even the community, but people that are into, say, interesting things, okay? Sometimes people are into some interesting things. Usually the result of abuse. Always the result of abuse, honestly. But I'm glad that people are catching on. But a lot of times people miss the point. The cultural and social mores are like we're in hypersex world. Hypersex. This is hypersex world. Okay? I think if this were in the past, I mean, I don't know, 100 years, I don't know, 50 years, 60, 70, whatever. A guy would have to go out of his way to find another fellow abusee that is into interesting things at a young age. They would have to be sailing to an island. Now, all you gotta do is pick up your phone! Because the entire generation's been wrapped. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand what that means? This is hypersex world. They're not normal people, but the culture is very, very abnormal. Super, super abnormal. Insanely abnormal. Why there's so many young boys or young girls around that are into hypersex, pre whatever the hell. We don't need to. I'm not gonna worry about numbers. You know, because they're extreme cases. Young, you know. Why are there so many available children? Why are there so many available children now that are all looking for weird stuff? Why? It's not just the guy with the wig or his hair or whatever. It's not just him. There's an entire generation of youth that's been abused. Yo, Kino, yo, what's up? How the hell you doing, man? What's up? You guys get what I'm saying? This is it's indicative of something way bigger. Has nothing to do with, oh man, this guy's a creep. He was talking to some boy or whatever. He's like 14, 13. No. It's not an isolated incident. It's an indicator that the entire generation is wrapped. You know what that means? What else do you think happens when the culture gets ultrasexual, hypersexual? What do you think? Just like fees and taxes, they get passed down to the consumer. Sex gets passed down to the children in a hypersexual culture. What is up, Kino, man? Been a minute, man. Feels like years. Oh, man, I missed the film. It was such a good, the best experience. So I need that challenge again. I'm always rusty. I always feel like I am. Damn. Rusty for biofreeze. And new eyeballs. But you guys get what I'm saying, okay? You could attack this from any angle you want. All these people influential to children. Why there's so many available children? Why there's so many hypersexual children? Why? Has nothing to do with this guy. Indicative of a generation of abuse. It's not a good sign, because that's the next generation. You see with everything now, the people that are hired to make movies and video games and all this. It's a generation that got abused. Why do you think everything's like this? People that are abused wish to pass on the abuse. Who wraps the rappers, though? That's what one needs to ask themselves. Rap and abuse are learned. They're learned behaviors. Did you guys understand that? You guys understand? Like hyper sex or hyper violence is a learned behavior. It's learned. It's not inherent. It's generational. Guys, don't you get it? There are textbook, there are blueprints, just like 1984, okay? In Brave New World. Blueprints in enslavement, okay? Hypersexuality is required for brutal enslavement. It's required. And for a number of different reasons. Hey, this isn't a military academy. I don't run a military academy. It's for a number of different reasons. Okay? Ooh, need more coffee. It's a thing. And it's learned, and it's generational, and it's passed down. And it's a lot of it's invisible. Abuse is largely. Yo, okay, Kino, I'll hit you. We gotta do it up. It's been way too long. Didn't have enough time in Austin. It's so hard on the road. It's freaking impossible. Know what I'm saying? People don't get it. People don't get what it means. And you can go to the doctor or this and that. You can say this and that. And what people are like, oh, the numbers and age and consent and all that, the laws and this and that. Dude, the people that scream the loudest and that pin and that label the loudest and that write the laws and all the consent stuff, you're worried about the age of consent. Everyone's an expert on age of consent. It's 17, 18, whatever. The people that write these laws, dude, if you knew what their age was, you would hunt them. You're getting a fatty finger wave. Everyone gets a fatty finger waved at them. Celebrities are made examples of. It's scripted. Whatever it is, the message is the same. It puts a message out. The people that attack the most on that stuff, other than just normal people and the mob and all that, because what is everyone going to be crying about? Everyone's crying about the 17, 18, and this guy, I don't know, he was 52 when everyone's crying about that while there's baby farms. You saw the Olympics, raw nutsacks, kids around interesting people. Everyone's worried about this and that. Dude, are you kidding me? The age of consent for the rulers, you know what it is? It's 0. There is no age of consent. It's 0. It starts in utero. It's actually day 0. That's the age of consent for the rulers. Oh, you didn't know that? So everyone's gonna be worrying about the legalese and all that stuff, make it a big deal. The doctor this and that, making it a big deal. Children are doing sex work stuff, blah, et cetera. I'm supposed to give a damn about all this stuff from celebrities? Go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. The things that are done to children, I don't give a damn. Just whatever the controversy is, means nothing to me. Baby farms, body parts, this and that, DNA, in your sweeteners and all of these abominations go so far beyond what is held up as the life ruiners for celebrities. Oh yeah. Now the freaks that write the laws and that run the media, if you knew what their age of consent was, just in the single digits, you'd be hunting them. Don't you guys get it by now? But it's not time. We're not going to really. You got to cleanse yourself if you kind of get into some atrocity a little bit. You kind of have to do that. You can't maintain. You just can't maintain that forever. But just know, anytime you hear any controversy and any shaming, regardless if it's with men or with women or whatever it is, just know the people that write your laws. And the people that run the TV, the people that fire you from your job, the people that'll get your Twitter, all the flag people, if you don't like a certain lifestyle or whatever, those are the people, their age of consent's in the single digits. Like I give a shit about what the doctor's doing. Get the fuck out of my face with that. You know what I'm saying? You guys get it? You guys get it? It's unbelievable. Everyone's gonna be crying about that forever. Nah. There's atrocity, then there's atrocity. There's atrocity and abomination. There's bad stuff. There's behavior there's messed up. Like I'm not looking to make excuses for anyone. I'm just not. I'm talking to it plain. I'm not here to weigh in on what a guy's doing in his personal life. I'm not here to weigh in on that. Are you kidding me? And I'm not even here to weigh in on the Chris. He's text. I'm not even worried about that. These things are indicative of much more giant problems, is what I'm saying. This and that. Oh my God. This, like, are you kidding me? It's a joke. It's a joke. I love this. Why is it an article? I just want the image. Oh, does that work? Oh, I can't believe that even worked. I cannot believe that even worked. I can open an image in a new tab without like getting a copyright strike or something, or I gotta pay money. Now you're gonna pay money to open this image up in another tab. I can't believe this. Look at this. Are they DJs? Are they DJing? Yo, good horse. What's up? What's up, hog? It's crazy. It's crazy. But it's all good. People will... I mean, if you torture people long enough, they'll tolerate anything. If you torture people long enough, then they lose their will to fight wickedness. That's why it's a slow burn. Yeah, it's weird, Afina. Like these celebrities, they're weird. I don't expect any of these guys to be like to be normal or to have regular things. These guys are crazy. These guys are crazy. Yeah, I mean it's crazy doing stuff like that. People are crazy. But it's the deal, it's the level, it's the magnitude of the deal that everyone's made of it that is concerning. That's even more concerning in some ways, because no one complains like this when it's kids that are younger. People complain more when it's a 17-year-old over a 17-month-old. Fuck everybody is what I'm saying. Like people don't even get it. Women don't, generally speaking, women don't come to bat for children. 12 to 11 to 7, whatever. They'd be like this, yeah, whatever. But the 17, this is the biggest deal until he's gone forever. I'm saying it's so crazy. No one ever goes to bat for the children, though, do they? No one ever goes to bat for the children. No, it's only making the biggest deal in history that this guy was talking to a 17-year-old. No, not 17 months, 17 years. No one ever goes to bat for the kids. Ever. That should be indicative of something also. It should make you very, very nervous that no one goes to bat for children. But everyone will they'll blast holy heck on the world forever. In many such cases, I mean, you can name any YouTubers or Twitch streamers. I mean, Jesus Christ, you could pick any of them and be like this. That's a freak right there, Obviously. Sometimes hearing these guys' voices, it makes me scream. Like, who's that? What's this? What's this one talking about? It's just like what we saw a half an hour ago. I'm like this. They're gonna weigh in. Let's hear it. Well, I almost scream when I hear it. Hey. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, yeah. These people, they definitely have their fan bases, and gigantic fan bases. And who knows with the generation now and how hypersexualized it is. I mean, God, Jesus. It's always been a freak show, but now the freaks are in. I mean, look, it goes without being said. We gotta switch this up. I don't want to make it look like I'm only railing against freaks, because I rail against myself. I'm not saying I'm a freak. I'm just saying I have to rail against myself sometimes too, just to get myself to write more books. Freak on a leash. Yeah, it's so crazy, man. I just can't believe it. Imagine. Imagine the young generation now, the youth. I mean, oh my God. Probably, it's probably 4 years old, 5 years old. This freaking spiked collars on, full leather gimp gear. Dude, I'm surprised it's not there already. But I guess you could argue that it kind of is. That doesn't bode well for the future, I'll tell you. It doesn't bode well. When kids are getting sexualized, it does not bode well. It makes you think easy times create bad men? Easy times create bad men? No. Getting raped creates bad men, bitch. Doesn't anybody know this by now? It's unbelievable. Doesn't anyone know the disease, the virus? The first one. It's that. It's rap. That's the first initiation. No, people get that? That's the golem maker. You don't need a cloning facility. All you have to do is abuse people until they're crazy. And then you get a golem on your hands. Don't people know this by now? God. Twerking? Oh, damn, that's so good. 5-year-old with their own account twerking. Followers are all middle-aged men. So good. How do you beat that? Imagine that. Gonna need a lot of millstones. Gonna need a lot of millstones. So funny. How do you beat that? I get it though. Everyone thinks I'm making jokes about doing sex work at 5 and all that shit. Everyone thinks it's a big joke, huh? It's all just stand up. It's all a big joke. You don't think that's a real thing? You don't know rough trade? You don't know that's real? You don't know that? You don't know that shit's real? You think it's a joke? Really? Do you know atrocity? You might think you do, but you don't. You might think you do, but you don't. I'm telling you. I'm going to scream unless I get a biofreeze on. I'll be right back. The place is such a wreck, I can't take everyone around. There's machine guns all over the place and all that stuff. I gotta clean up before I take the camera out. Be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So I'm rocking this new urinalysis machine. Welcome. I'm still staggered by the mores of the youth. Everybody's looking for everyone and his brother. Everyone and his brother is out looking for sex. Don't you think that's a problem? Don't you think that's a big problem? Don't you guys get it? Don't you guys get big problems? Now that is a big problem. That's a big... If everyone is out looking for sex, that's a big problem. Big red flag. You know what I'm saying? Salty as hell. Salty as all hell. Now do you guys understand culture, generation level abomination and abuse? Do you guys understand industrial abuse and what it does? Pornography. The social mores and the pornography and the sexualization in movies, music, TV. Now everybody's out looking for sex full time. Don't you think that's a little bit of a problem? Back in the day, you'd have to go out of your way. You'd have to be meeting girls under the goddamn bridge somewhere and actually be ready to get killed for it. Now, you just pick up your phone because everyone's looking for sex. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. The sounds, my mouth is mucus and sick. I don't know what it is. I quit smoking a little bit. And my mouth, there's weird sounds coming out of my mouth. Okay? This is barf. You guys get it though? You guys get it? Very strange. Very strange. There are big problems. There are bigger problems than what you think. There are bigger problems than what everyone screams about. Or when you see figureheads online energized defending one person and going after other people specifically, there are usually very specific signs. If the perpetrator is male and, let's say, white and straight, they get different treatment, don't they? Don't they? That's how you know it's all signaling. That's how you know it's all signaling. It's an orchestrated effort to create big problems by hiding the giant ones. Don't you guys get this by now? Otherwise, everyone would be gone after. But they're not, though, are they? So that's how you know it's a weapon. That's how you know it's not the truth. It's only a weapon. It's only weaponized. Weird how that works out, huh? Weird. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Yo, Green friend, thanks for the 15 bones, pal. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow. Where is this? Where are you? Oh, he'll be 62 with Parkinson's for 8 years or so. Could you all pray for him? Everyone needs to get mobilized. This is more important than worrying about other guys, other whatever, hims or thems, their sex lives, if you want to call it sex. I think it's just, it's a wetiko, if you want to use some of those words. It's inseminated abuse. Could you all pray for him? God bless everyone, and thank you, Charles, for all you do. Also, your view on David Lynch. Hey, thanks so much for that. Prayers for your dad, huh? 62, huh? 8 years. It's crazy, man. It's too bad. It's too bad the world is so wicked. But yes, thanks for that, and pray for your dad. And David Lynch, I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched any David Lynch in a while. It's all pretty extreme. But people are they're kind of, the stuff that's coded in David Lynch movies and TV, like sex slaves and handlers and triggers and all that stuff, that whole side of the military, people are pretty wise to that now. People are pretty wise to that now. Remember the cowboy handler from Fire Walk With Me? All these guys doing codes, using codes to give instructions and courier messages. It's straight up the most hardcore conspiracy. The most hardcore conspiracies there are that. The super soldiers. That's what David Lynch writes about. He writes about how to make golems, how to control golems, how to get molested by your dad. Your dad's molesting you. So good. So good. Yeah, but I'm saying like people who, and I understand it, you know what I mean? Like I read about it too. That sort of stuff these days. Hey, Athena, good night. Hey, thanks for coming by. Thanks for enjoying. Have a nice night. You know, like these, it's, you know, ever since Frankenstein. Like Frankenstein is there are more similarities with Frankenstein and Dracula and let's say Fire Walk With Me. They're the same story. They're the same story. It's mind control through abuse. That's all. That's his forte. We've been talking about this for a long time. I try not to rave about it though, because people really like David Lynch, and hey, so do I. I'm just saying. This is homunculus, golem stuff. They're very similar. Frankenstein, Fire Walk With Me, and the Twin Peaks universe are more similar than you think. That's the darkest stuff. These people are compelled to make their art about it. All they do is signal messages to each other. Like they're like this. Okay, I'm putting this guy in here. He raped me back when I got started in these movies there. More wind. He raped me when I got started. More wind. That's the sorcery of it. That's the sorcery of it. These people tell their stories. They tell the story of their initiation into the mystery school. What else do you think it is? What, do you think it's imagination? You think he just came up with that stuff? You think these guys just came up with that stuff? Yo, this he's raped by our father for all these years, and it turns out he was raped by this guy. He even said he came inside of me, and that's when I had Bob inside of me. They spell it out for ya. He spells it out for you. They spell it out for you. What, do you think they made that up? No. That stuff's not made up. It's real. That's all. What can you do? What can you do? It is interesting though. But no, his stuff is fun. You know, it's fun to watch. It's crazy. It's, you know, he knows, hey, it's David Lynch. I mean, what the hell else do you need to say? It's freaking David Lynch. Who else talks about his stuff though, in that real sense? Nobody. Of course, there are many videos of, I mean, much more Kabbalah and mysticism than we hit even here, especially with the new Twin Peaks, season 3. It's even more hardcore than the first few seasons. You know? Exposing it. I mean, I hear you. Someone from Hollywood exposing things. That's an interesting theory. That's an interesting theory. Dude, you get your job in the first place by perpetrating those things. And I'm not I'm not speaking for directors and Lynch, anyone specifically. I'm just saying. Hollywood directors, they're not filmmakers. Do people get this by now? Hollywood directors are not filmmakers. They're sorcerers. They're wizards. They're not filmmakers. Cinema is sorcery. It's hypnosis. They're not filmmakers. They're the court magicians. Do people get this yet? It's crazy. They direct the hypersexuality that plagues our youth now. They create that with repetition and illusion. Very easy to do. You see it right now. It's very easy to get away with. Look at the machine. What do you want me to say? What else can be said about this? It is interesting, though. I am intrigued by all this. Isn't this intriguing? Is anybody else intrigued by all the things that we're getting to on here today? I think it's pretty decent. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay. Where am I? Dude, I can't even... It's just a lot of action today. Where was the David Lynch question? Where was... Dude, am I losing my mind? Oh, there it is. Okay. Just making sure. Yo, Joseph, thanks for the 25 bones, pal. Hey, Chris. I forgot to tell you how much I loved your skit in the one you were out of prison. Can you tell my disabled brother Victor to be nice and listen to Mom? Vic, be nice and listen to Mom. It always works out better that way. Happy birthday, in case it's your birthday. He thanks Joseph. A firefight. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Oh, I didn't see the price. Excuse me. We talked about Tool having some really nice songs a couple of weeks ago. Oh, okay. We talked about Tool on one of the shows, is that what you're saying? But also having some evil tracks. What's your opinion of Nine Inch Nails? Oh, okay. Excuse me. And thanks for that. Fire. Yeah. I mean, everyone has some good songs. These guys are artists. I don't know if they get their artistry from a Ouija board or an Evangelion angel carcass in a D-Wave computer. I really have no idea. But many of them are pretty masterful at what they do. And it's the same goes with everyone, I guess. Plus, they get the radio play. The guys that are better than them don't get the radio play. But we've all been fans of Tool and Nine Inch Nails. Most of us still are. I just been listening to weird, like, 80s pop, really. I don't feel like having Tool lyrics around me, honestly. The same goes with Nine Inch Nails. You kind of don't feel like it. But, I mean, you get it. You get it. Those guys are crazy. Trent Reznor, crucifying monkeys and writing his albums in the Manson house. These people are crazy. Liam Stanley, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. One example you can't fully recall is Jesus Christ being both visible and invisible at will for 40 days after he was resurrected. It's crazy. I don't know what to say. I mean, the harrowing of hell is pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I got to pull out the book. I can't speak to it. I don't remember, or I haven't read all. That's like, what are you supposed to say to that? I don't get it. I don't get that. How are you supposed to make yourself invisible and then reappear for 40 days? I just don't get it. How do you do that? Aries son, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Charles, there's a purportedly leaked video from Bo you know what recently ceremony, quite bizarre. Aries, thanks for the 20. Yeah, I can only imagine, but I don't think it's anything we haven't imagined before. You know? But no, I haven't seen anything, and I wouldn't be watching anything. I wouldn't even watch the Alex Jones ones. I'm not interested to see what those freaks are doing. You know? It'd be nasty anyway. Light bender. Oh, bend light? God. So how do you learn to do it? I don't understand that. Make his facial appearance and height vary depending on who is viewing him? I don't understand. I just don't understand. But it's interesting. Call me Thor. Thanks for the membership, pal. Thanks for the, let me see. Hey, thanks for the 15 bones, pal. Haven't been keeping up with the conversation, but if you're looking for a good Bible resource, openbible.info has a cross-reference visualizer that's quite handy. Damn, that does seem good. Openbible.info. Okay, that sounds good. Do you have any examples? I need an example. An example would be the definitions of sodomite and temple prostitute. The important distinctions if you want to understand how the religion works and what a temple prostitute really is and how it harvests and how it directs. Like, these are institutions. They're machines. They serve a function. But the function may not be good, but it is something. But I'm sure there are many examples. I wish I knew more. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Salty. That's salty. I'll check that out though. Thanks again. Devon's Gate. Coops, yo! Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Hey, Charles, in light of all this, my girlfriend and I have decided to make the move to North Korea. AKA Korea. Oh, wow. I know everyone makes fun of them or thinks it's not real, but I heard they have group gymnastics. I'll send a postcard. Absolutely, man. That sounds interesting. Damn. Well, congratulations and good luck. I'm not sure if you were joking, but I'm guessing you're not. That does sound interesting. Well, good luck. Have fun. Definitely send us some postcards if you're able. If it exists. If the place even exists. Yo, super duper parties. Thanks for the 5A. Thanks so much for that, pal. Just watched Blue Velvet after seeing a David Wallace interview. Have you read any of David works? He really fleshes stuff out? No, but he sounds good. Wallace. Alex L, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Sending love, my man. Thanks for being you and sharing your gift. Thanks for appreciating it. And thanks for contributing. Really appreciate it. Yo, Script Sess, thanks for the $5 tip there. Thanks for the $5 bio tip. Yo, what up, Charles? Tonight's stream is very necessary. Thanks. Speaking on all the things that need to be heard right now. Cheers. I appreciate that, and I agree. Did anybody have any good takes on all this controversy with the doctor and the Beast stuff and Chris? Anyone in the whole of the internet have any takes that actually got you someplace and not just nothing? Anybody else? Give me just one. Just one person with a real take on the whole platform. Give me just one. Unbelievable. The state of things. But thanks for appreciating the gift, Alex. Yo, Brooks, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Thanks for the streams of pure goodness as always. Reading anything great? Dude, I'll be honest with you. I still haven't finished Witchcraft by Charles Williams. I know, man. I haven't been pounding in the reading. And I got to some stuff that I did not like. That was very deeply disturbing to me. I mean, it's not. I mean, I expected it, and I was just some dark stuff. You like the sounds that are coming out of my mouth? Like whoever Joan of Arc's patron, whatever the guy's name is, the stuff that he was into was very, very, very bad, and I didn't like it at all. Giles de Ray? How do you pronounce that, Zigga? Yeah, the stuff that Williams was talking about him was represented the deepest, darkest abominations. Yo, Pikachu, what's up? I like that take, Pikachu. And I'm not looking to refute. I'm not looking to defend behavior. I'm not looking to refute people that feel strongly about it. I'm really not. I'm only looking for wisdom here. Doc was hitting on a 17-year-old. He honestly belongs to be tortured in hell for that forever. But if she was 18, then it would be okay. And then she'd have an only you know what. Hey, you pretty much summed it up right there. You pretty much summed it up right there. Now you understand what signaling is. Now you understand for me and for thee. And what it means, the message that it sends to all straight men that look like the doctor. It's a message to that demographic. What else is it? What else is it but a message to that demographic to say we're coming for you no matter what, and we hate you no matter what, and if we could kill you we would. Anyway, everyone's pretty wise to that these days, I think. So I have to finish Witchcraft. I was just very deeply sickened by some of the stuff I heard about. Just some of that stuff. I mean, I'm already very familiar with it, but it's just disturbing reading Williams write about it. It's disturbing. Damn. Anyway, I don't want to ruminate on that too much. I feel like I have a bullet in my back. Someone put a bullet in there. Anyway. Where are we? I need to finish. I need to finish that book so I can get on with it. I haven't been reading. It's disturbing me. Yeah, hey, what's up, Caesar? Yeah, I did like the white horse from TriStar Pictures. I like the homage to TriStar Pictures at the opening ceremony yesterday. So embarrassing, these people's religion. I thought these people hated everything Christianity and this and that. Why are they doing gospel? Well, I guess it's not exactly a gospel. It's just so weird how they're obsessed with this stuff. When they hate Christianity, they hate religion, they're this and that. They're at the same time the most religious freaks in the world, and they're obsessed with Christian and else, Abrahamic whatever. Well, I don't exactly know how to apply that word right. In regards to reality, let me just put it that way. But they're pretty obsessed with pretty obsessed with the Bible. At least we saw in Paris they're pretty obsessed with the Bible. Obsessed, 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 obsessed with the Bible. Obsessed with Jesus Christ. Obsessed with Christians. Obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. Obsessed. 24/7 non-stop thinking about Christians and Christ and the Bible. Non-stop. Obsessed. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy. What can you do? But it's getting fast out there, isn't it? Now you know what that meant? Now you know what that means, huh? It's getting fast out there. Now you see. It's getting very, very fast. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yo, bro, thanks for the sawbuck. Charles, I recently lost my daughter. What advice do you have for coming to terms with this? Why do you think God allows this to happen? Really sorry to hear that, bro. That's pretty crazy. I can't have, like, that's just, there's hardcore. That's so hardcore. I'll first start by saying I know C.S. Lewis, he's written in that A Grief Observed, his thoughts on intolerable tragedy and suffering. I would say, I mean, it's, what am I going to say? I'm like this, yo, read this book, man. Thanks a lot. It's just so crazy. Ochi, yo. This world, man. I don't know. I think about that a lot, though. I think about that quite a bit. Why, no, I don't presume. I don't presume to understand the thoughts of divinity or of anything, even in an interloper or whatever you want to call it. It's hard to explain. How can it be explained? How is it that, I don't know. How is it that this captivity lasts forever? He came to set his captives free, but we are captive, and we are not free. We are free in ourselves. We're free to think, and we're free to amplify our prayers. I understand that. But in terms of freedom, in terms of panopticon, in terms of prison, this world is completely locked down torture machine. We're all pretty aware of that, and I don't presume to answer for divinity or for anything at all. I think suffering, that level of suffering is beyond comprehension. It's just beyond comprehension, and I couldn't tell you why. I don't know. Why is there? It's just, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be taking umbrage with it if there wasn't a machine that steals destiny and that robs life. to be in a world like that is it's really shocking if you're empathetic, or if you're sort of in tune with the sanctity of life. You know what I'm saying? What did he say, OG? This is definitely the crucible. I couldn't tell you why. A lot of indicators seem like it's because the world is within Satan's sphere of influence. The material realm, the third dimension. Clearly he has power over the ninth configuration. By what means, I could not say. Does seem like a pain farm, I get you. And I don't want to... I don't have any crazy... I don't have soothing wisdom when it comes to extreme grief. Because I haven't come to terms with this separation. A complete separation of... A complete separation from divinity, with no hope in this world. There's faith, but hope doesn't protect children from being initiated into certain lifestyles, let me just put it that way, and then having their destiny robbed from them, and having whatever percentage of their soul being homunculized. In a world like that, it scares. It could scare you. Those thoughts are frightening, of how children of the highest God, the God of all creation, being separated so much and allowed to be tormented by devils and unmen. It's just a really, really frightening and painful question. It has been remarked thousands of times that Christ died under torture. Many of us read so often that he was a humble carpenter that we feel a little surge of nausea on seeing the words again. was as much a carpenter as a soldier, as much a carpenter as a torturer. Dude, I don't know what to say. We're gonna have to get you on the line. More human than human? This is Rob Zombie? Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Humble carpenter, the only object we are specifically told he made was not a table or chair, but a whip. Like this is ringing some bells. I think we've discussed this in the past a little bit. And if Christ knew not only the pain of torture, but the pain of being a torturer, as it seems certain to me that he did, then the dark figure is also capable of being a heroic and even a holy figure. All right. Like the black Christs carved in Africa. The pain of being a torturer. That's crazy. Well, I can understand a little bit. Christ and God, I don't know. I don't like the word God, but he was a fan of Williams. After reading Shadows of Ecstasy with that last bit. Oh. Swahili? What I'm saying is the harrowing of hell and just creation itself indicates to me that Satan is not in charge of hell. Satan is a prisoner. And if the harrowing of hell, it being what it is, indicates that Christ rules hell as well. So I know what you're saying. Satan doesn't even rule hell. It's crazy. It's crazy. Some things have, I don't know, it's just such a painful, hard thing. It's just, why does God allow innocent, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. It's crazy, man. To be in the presence of God is a torture for those who are not prepared. Whoa. Oh. I hear you. Damn, man. It's a scary rage. I really don't get it. Children, parents of children don't tolerate the suffering of their children. They don't. I don't know what that means. What's this? Let me see. Yo, NA, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Manyface45, thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Thanks for reading recommendations. Charles, can't believe how good Shadow of the Torturer is. Can you help a brother with some game recommendations? Played Deus Ex to death. I still gotta play that again. I have to finish it. Video games, it's just sometimes it turns off my brain. It's weird. Stonemason. Grace. Huh. Excuse me. Game recommendations, man. Too many. How do I try Sacrifice? Remember Sacrifice? Shiny back in the day. Loom, if you haven't played it. Yeah, I don't know. I like Dragon Age, the first one. I really liked it. But I don't have any good, I don't know, any crazy games. I don't even know. I'm just so crazy when it comes to games these days. What's Fallout London? Should I recommend that? What's that all about? No. Those are good ones. Just I haven't been consistent with gaming and maybe ever again. Huh. Still not in the gaming zone. We did some good Deus Ex, but we will get back into it. Huh. I'll think of some more. Yo, John Smith, thanks for the membership. Iris, another 10 bones, pal. Thanks so much for that. Hey, Charles. Where would you like to be when the world ends? With family, of course. But how about reading a good book? A good game would be just as nice. I'm glad I have Final Fantasy VII. This game costs like $200 now. You mean for PSX? That's a classic. Fantasize about playing that these days, but it would make me crazy. Like, I go crazy when I play games. No? Well, that sounds good, Children of the Corn. We've done some speculation with that in the past. Speculation of clones and of whatever. That, let's say Tom Cruise dies all the time during his stunts. Just grow him again. And some of the extras or whatever, actors, maybe the main stars, maybe when they do it in the movie, maybe they kill them for real. Maybe they're just clones. It's really should not go into that anymore because it's too much of an abomination to have bouncing around your head. But I hear you on that. That's a scary thought, isn't it? Damn. Too scary of a concept though. It really shouldn't be worried about. Yo, Sockoli Jones, thanks for the sawbuck, pal. Hey, thanks so much. I try to get to the wisdom. I try my best to get to that wisdom. Truly appreciate you. Thanks for being you. Thanks so much, man. John Smith, thanks for the 40 Canadian. Thanks for that, pal. Hey, Charles, I've been following your content for a long time now. I was recently suffering from panic attacks. I just wanted your opinion on medication. I'm now able to handle it when I feel one coming on without meds. Brad. Hey, that's awesome. Thanks again for that. I mean, yeah, thanks. I'm not Excuse me. I don't know anything about any medications that you would use. Isn't valerian root kind of known for that sort of thing, or magnesium? I don't know anything about anti-anxieties or anything. I don't know anything at all. Magnesium. Tallow. Magnesium. I guess a spiritual malaise. And if you really don't have a grasp or a handle on what's happening in your life, it could, like, some things cause panic. But I couldn't diagnose or I couldn't tell you, but these things, I'm not a doctor, but they should have a cause. I mean, panic is no cause. That's why it's panic. I get that. You don't like have access to where it originates. Might require some niacin and sauna and charcoal. I'm not a doctor though. NAC can be good for anxiety? Jesus Christ, I don't know. This is beyond what I know. I'm gonna puke. God. Yo, Cooper Payne. Thanks for the membership. John Smith, the 10 Canadian. Thanks, pal. Quitting caffeine? Okay, there you go. He probably knows. I was wondering about your feelings about medication because I'm against taking it. I'd rather try to deal with my issues on my own. Yeah, I hear you. Maybe those things. I like topical application of magnesium with tallow, sauna, try some niacin. It has to be buffered though, like, because it's acidic. Mess your stomach up. Caffeine, those things, don't disregard those things. Even nicotine could make a serious impact, obviously. Just if you do these things for so long, you just don't see it anymore. Okay. I like that. Your gut could be the culprit also. Your thoughts. Don't listen to English in your head. Unless it's pushing you forward, if it's making you sick, turn it off. You heard niacin is bad for your heart now, Terry? Imagine that. All of the Lipitor and all of those statins, they're all niacin derivative. They'll give you those, but they'll tell you niacin is bad for your heart. Isn't that crazy? They're all niacin derivative. Consider that. If you fully quit sugar and caffeine fully for 2 weeks, your anxiety will go down just from that. This is Good Horse and his recent experience, he's done it, and it's also proven. You have to stop all sugar completely if you're having panic attacks. Huh. That's interesting. I hope you're taking notes, John. I know it sounds silly, but you have to have something so you can remember. A lot of times there's a voice in your head that driving you to do something, or even bothering you if you're trying to work. Your thoughts are bothering you, or they're trying to pull you away from something. You're like your brain, if your brain's not in check and it's not disciplined or trained, it's super chaos. It's going to bring you all different kinds of places, and if you're not aware of it, you just think it's you. But you do have power to quiet your mind, because you have to. Consider those things, though. I have to consider them. We all have anxieties, but I've been learning. If a thought makes you feel bad, I mean, there are thoughts that make you aware of things that are going bad in your life, but there are also whips and torturers. If you get those voices that wake you up, or even that cause those things, they have to be turned off. Dimos, what's up? Yo, they have to be turned off or replaced with prayer. These things are there. You have to remember these things. You have to. You're going to be with your mind forever. One needs to, and look, I'm not saying I'm Mr. Disciplined Control of a chaotic mind. I'm not saying that. It's a struggle for anyone who's not an idiot. It's a struggle for good people. Let me just put it that way. But if you're good and nice, it means you're extra crippled. Something to consider. Harry Fiasco, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Have you read the book that comes with the album Death Consciousness? A lot of interesting ideas in there. Giles, Corey 2, there's free PDF, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What is that? That sounds intriguing. I'm intrigued by that. Art project. I'll check it out. John. Another 5. I stay away from coffee and caffeine. I just try to establish a more forward, positive way of thinking. It's hard, but I understand what you're saying. Good. I think it can only real changes and transformations internally from a generally speaking, tortured individual or chaotic individual or just someone who's been born in this world, I will put forth that you cannot do it on your own. And you absolutely, because I know you're dealing with a mind that's powerful. I'm saying you absolutely, I would just put forth that it has to be offloaded or processed through God or the Lord or whatever you want to say. And only when one is truly exhausted to the point of desperation, when you're hitting a wall of you know that you're better than this, but if you hit a wall and you struggle with resistance internally from maybe an anxiety generator, I don't know if it's brain or stomach, you know you're possessed when you're aware of these perfect paths, but you cannot plow through them. And this is all hypothetical, because one's body and mind is literally possessed by demons, and these demons will cause you pain if you try to correct yourself. I would put that forth in order that you don't blame yourself on your own rape. You understand? Who knows what's causing these things? Is it medical? Was it abuse? Was it just bad experience in childhood? I mean, you could go on about this forever, but the brain and the mind, it's influenced and it's molded. But if there is free will and there is a God, then those are used in tandem. Or not at all. You get it? It requires relationship with creation. It requires a dialogue that you can't only have with yourself. And if you're not desperate and you haven't been drained, then you will never ask for help outside of yourself or deeper within yourself. You'll just whip yourself, or you'll medicate yourself, or you'll just go crazy, whatever. What ails this world is so big. What attacks everybody from every angle is so vast. You cannot do it alone. Know what I'm saying? I would put those things forth, and I like the Derek Prince stuff. I haven't been on top of it. I did, 10 minutes of it a month ago. But his stuff seemed really, really, really... I was kind of inspired to talk about it a few weeks ago or something on here. I think I did. Threw the notes away, though, so I'll have to watch 80 hours of footage to find it. When you have a thought that creates panic, cannot be your voice. The best thing I heard from Prince is that he said fear is not a natural state of man, and fear was implanted into this world and into us by the devil or demons or something. Fear is not a natural state of mind. That should tell you everything you need to know about everything. You understand? It's a hard pill because you still feel it, even if you know. You still feel it. I get that. Body harvest. Fear implanted in the heavens first? Jesus. Really? Fear means your mind was colonized. Ooh, that's so good. There's a colony of all different kinds of perverts and demons living inside of everybody. Why do you think the youth is so hypersexual? This is a religious, spiritual war. Principalities go beyond what you're familiar with. Do you know what a power is? Do you know what a principality is? How are you going to understand this sort of warfare? And I'm not telling you I know everything. I don't know anything. The only reason why I say that I know anything is because I know that I don't. It's the only sign of wisdom at all, when you're like, oh my God, I literally don't know anything at all. That's the first and only sign of wisdom that you can have in this world. Alpha, omega of wisdom right there. Yo, Tashi, thanks for the 10 bones. You had brought up in a previous video the idea that most spirituality speaks of dissipation into a oneness, and you steered away and pointed more to prayer than meditation. Please speak more on this. Well, that says it right there. It says it right there, and dissipation and oneness and pieces of this and that, it just feels like, I don't know, you feel like a freaking commie or whatever. You feel like an insect colony. That's like something an insect would think. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem right to me. Just it's the same idea and the same sabotage and the same atrocity as saying we're just pebbles are grains of sand in an endless ocean that goes in every direction for the trillion forever. Like those seem like the same concept. And it seems like Satan. That makes sense. Yeah, you blend into the cosmic, the soul chamber. And I mean, hell, I hope not. I hope this isn't a soul recycler or a soul prison. That doesn't sound very good, but no matter what, spiritual preparation is mental and emotional and whatever the hell. Fortification against those thoughts that will drag you to hell at the moment of your death. Do you understand me? It's a rhetorical. I'm just asking myself if I understand. These thoughts of fear or of oneness or of melting into nothing and your consciousness just wiped out, those are like millstone thoughts that will drag you back to this world. Requires a spiritual preparation. And look, I'm not Mr. Spiritually Prepared. I don't fast as often as I need to, or what else do I say? Fasting and prayer and meditation is required. It's the absolute basics of spiritual development. I never said I was advanced in anything at all, besides writing, sketch writing, some acting, and drums. There's more, but I'm decent to pretty decent in a bunch of those things. But in regards to applied spirituality, chaos machine. Isn't it crazy? Excuse me. But I would just say, I'm trying. I try, and you'll know when I get better. You'll very much know it. Because I've been at a similar level for many years now. Guess it's just my path. But those are hardcore. Those are hardcore concepts we're enjoying today. Hunger is an illusion all along. That's good. Fasting is the absolute. If anyone knows anything about Islam, they know fasting. They used to, I guess there still is fasting in Christianity. I don't know, but Christ, he was a fast master. You can attribute a lot of his advancement to his fasting. What happens if you fast for 40 days and 40 nights in the desert? What happens to you? Do you apotheosize? Do you get keys to heaven if you do that? I don't know. He did it. What does that mean? I don't know. Suffering brings God close. Feeling God. Because there's nothing else you can turn to when you're deeply suffering. Just told not to announce it to people, fasting Christianity. Ah, nice. It makes sense. Makes sense. But it's asceticism? I don't know. Is that asceticism? Or is that a requirement for a spiritual apotheosis or leveling up? But I can't. This isn't medical advice. It's just, these things are, I don't know. These are pretty wild thoughts. Yeah, a lot of these questions, and even getting deeper into some of the Christ things, I gotta write down these questions, have a guest. I have to go to more learned people about this stuff. So I think the next step is doing more of that. Doing more of that and getting some gold out of people with my own questions. It's just been a while since I've done that. Yo, Swanee, thanks for that 10 quid there, pal. Yo, absolutely slazzled right now. Thank the Almighty I found your stream. Hope you're good, Charles. Yo, man, have a good time. Make sure you get some salty water. Drink some electrolyte. Excuse me. Thanks for that. Yeah, Jay. I'd have to get Jay in here, but it's time for that pretty much. There's only so much I can get to, and hey, maybe it's not so bad getting to things, but there's probably a lot of progress we could make by asking other people. You know? Yo, F, thanks for the 16 quid. Keep preaching, Charles. You're the man. Hey, thanks. Thanks for that. Oh, yo. F. Thanks for the 2 bones. Just seeing that. Thanks for that, pal. John Smith, thanks for the sawbuck. I appreciate your thoughts. Your view is interesting and changes how I view anxiety. It's a foreign dark force trying to live in your head. Yeah, I got it. But it can be exorcised. It requires an exorcism. It will tell you everything that you need to hear to blame it all on yourself and to look to pharmaceuticals in order to medicate. It'll tell you all you need to hear in English. It always tells you in English, doesn't it? It's not just a knowing. It always comes to you in English. That was a very staggering concept. It was a very staggering. It's important. It's important to see it properly. How can you fight that which you cannot name? Now you know why the same grifters always bitch about the same names that are, responsible for all the doom in this world. If you know their names. But the people that are doing this, you don't know their names. You think their names would be out there? You think they'd be willing to be in a position to have a finger pointed at them by any screw that knows their name? No, they don't. You don't know their names. Are you kidding me? Melon. Hey, thanks for the 20 bones. Hey, Charles, where do you get your niacin from? I really can't even advise on that. I might be getting Chinese sawdust. There was some brand on Amazon, but it smelled like niacin. I know it's niacin, but I don't know how pure it is. I don't know. I don't remember what brand. You know, just one of the bulk bags of powder or whatever. I mean, it's just I don't have a good recommendation. I don't know if it's a good brand. I really don't. Niacin definitely has a smell. But I do the powder. And I gotta mix. I have some potassium bicarbonate. It doesn't mix right. I'm just learning the alchemy. I can never mix it right, but I need to do it a lot more. I gotta get some more charcoal. Gotta start hitting the sauna so much. God. Probably better off doing the powder of those things. Some sort of a bicarbonate with the niacin. Mix them up in water. Just so it sort of alkalizes it. What do you think about that? What's this? Oh, my God. What's this? Yeah, thanks to the 2 bones. B3, yep. Who's this? Man, what's happening in here? Okay. Snatch Duster. Excuse me. Thanks to the 15 bones. God. The depravity on earth back then was so much worse than you could ever imagine in Abraham's time. The horror that Abraham was subject to. That's crazy. Is that shit? Maybe it's actually, it does seem kind of true. All the stuff you read and it's still the same now, though. It's still the same. It's exactly the same. You just don't see it. But the perpetration still continues. Just as gore-filled, you know? Snatch Duster, thanks for the 15 bones. Chuck, are you aware of Sam Shamoun? Thought it was Saruman for a second. I discovered Sam Shamoun through Jay Dyer. Could be an interesting conversation. Keep it breezy, bub. Hey, that sounds good. He's probably a bit learned. I think things are just as brutal. It's just the name, the institution, it still remains the same, but the name and the guise changes. Just like the pyramids and the hearts and all that, and, you know, baby milling and all that stuff that happens these days. The religious sacrifice that happens with kids that get hypersexualized or that get mutilated, or babies that get this and that. That's a religious institution of sacrifice. It's the same thing as the golden calf back in the Nimrod days. It's the same institution. We all know this by now. It's the same institution. It's just subtle and you can't see it. But people still get this, even more get meat ground up. Even more than back then. I would say it's worse. Now. Or at least the same. It's probably identical. Yeah, Carthage can't be any worse than what we're doing here in this world. Carthage isn't any worse. Maybe it was, though. That's a hard thing to comprehend. Professor Crap, thanks for the 15 bones. Thoughts on Jung? Reading the Red Book at the moment, and have read a handful of his others. I really enjoy his insights, but I've heard criticisms that his works are demonic. Not sure how to feel about this. I don't know. All the Jung stuff seems kind of decent. Being hell-bent on confronting or neutralizing the internal possession or the original sin of the shadow self, as opposed to stomping and erasing or annihilating something else. And look, I'm not a Jung philosopher. I don't know. I haven't read any of this stuff. So this is all just guessing. Coming to terms with it. But I know we've railed against that in the past too, like having an evil side. Like it's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is coming to terms that there are just things built inside. There's built-in sabotage that he was hell-bent on defusing. That's the way I feel about his stuff. How's that? Yeah. I'm just... God. I'm just not reading enough. What sounds alchemical? Daimos? Oh, you mean like the young stuff? The internal work? The transmutation? Yes. Transmutation. I think the only thing that means anything is transmutation. That anxiety that you have, that everybody has. I know there's a way to transmute it into fuel. Just there are strong, intelligent, powerful, hypothetically, strong, more intelligent than you, voices that can push you off from that understandment. Know what I'm saying? The shadow self, the inner self, could be just the pain of being separated from the divine mother, divine whatever you want to call anything, divine father, mother, I don't know. I think that's a rage. And it's very heavy. It's a rage. You know how babies rage? Babies rage because they need what they need. You rage and you get nothing. That is a source of torment, being a child of God in this world. It's just a heavy and frightening thought. A frightening separation. The separation anxiety. It's scary. It's scary. Oh. Who's this? Steady. Yo, Steady. Hey, thanks for giving me a heads up, man. Thanks for that. Thanks for the Streamlabs tip there, pal. 15 bones, man. Life is cyclical. 7 years ago today, I sent money for advice. Beat H. Got married. Great job. Wife and I, love for 6 years, said, I don't know if I love you, and left. It's me, not you, BS. That now will suck. I'll get better. Thanks for keeping a cozy space these years. Oh, H. Huh. That's crazy, man. Am I reading this right? That's crazy, man. Thanks for that, pal. And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. It sounds like a twisted time, man. Sorry to hear that things are a little bit twisted, but let's stay moralized, stay mineralized here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's the world, man. It's the rage of that separation. 'Cause you know, when you're a kid or you're a baby, generally speaking, your dad, your mother, or your father are going to tirelessly provide you with what you need. But the separation from God the Mother, God the Father, is existential or beyond regular modes of thinking. That, I don't know. It's heavy. It's really heavy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Caustic Maine. I swear to God, this window is brutalizing my soul. I gotta put this thing over here. Hold on a second. There we go. This is a little bit better. Damn, there's so much action today. What's even happening? Caustic Maine. Thanks for the 2 bones, pal. RJ Spina? I need some healing, some fasting, I hear you. Why do my eyes work anymore? Anyone know? Gonpansman, thanks for the 10 bones, pal. Hey, Chuck, thanks for the good stuff. What's your opinion on natural eye healing? Endomyopia and something like that, right? The prevalence of nearsightedness, mirth upon ye. Shit, I don't really have an opinion on that, unfortunately. I think, I know bilberry does something. Maybe the muscles. Maybe it's the atrophy of the muscles that causes the degradation. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. Wish I knew better. Man, I'll tell you. Yeah, thanks for the 150. Another 150, these little diamonds. So hard to get out. And the little heart fox. Thanks for the 10 bones, pal. I got into so much stuff today. Now how am I supposed to know? I didn't keep any notes. Damn it all. Eyes are directly linked to the liver. Okay. F again. Thanks for the 10 quid. Swanee, 10 quid. Thanks for that, pal. I'm glad it's early enough for you. Charles is the true homie. So much knowledge packed into one stream. Shit's blowing my tiny mind. Hey, thanks so much for that, pal. This is crazy. I agree. Like the stuff we're talking about today is crazy. It's so crazy. Blurry vision if your liver is inflamed from sugar or booze. Yeah, no booze right now, but I mean, I think it's. I guess I was trying to diagnose my own situation. I think it's probably a muscular atrophy with my glasses or something. As they get loose on my head, they move forward and my vision is blurred. And then I just like relax my eyes and just like deal with it, or like I have to keep pushing them forward. It's something. It's probably the product of wearing heavy glasses too much. Maybe perhaps in my case, for what I'm kind of suffering right now, like I don't even mobilize like my focus muscles of my eye properly because they're used to like just being turned off. It's probably a big thing, but I'll look into my liver though. I hear you on that. You know, Odin. That's a good one, Dave. Absolutely, that's a good one. Couldn't tell you what it means though. Kane, I don't know. It's too much. We're hitting so much today. Alec Rawson. Thanks for the 20 bones, pal. Check out So Live Your Life by Chief Tecumseh. It's helped me through a lot. He sums up so much so quickly. Alec, did you send that to me like a couple months ago? Dude, don't tell me that's on again. Bastard. Hold on. Didn't I have some tabs open or some? What are these damn tabs? Oh my God. God, all this 50 frickin' tabs opened on here. I just remember some Tecumseh thing on here. But all my tabs are toast. What's this? Oh. I'm just having a flashback. Damn. So live your life. Am I losing my mind like this? It's a distinct memory. It's helped me through a lot. Sums up so much so quickly. I'll just reiterate on that. Yeah, I remember this from this is ringing a bell. Wow. Okay. What's this? Oh, discover and read more. Didn't we... You know... Why... I'm just having flashbacks. I have to print that one out. Okay, Swanee. Yeah. Don't anymore. You'll be adding extra digits in it. Yeah, get some electrolytes, man. Get some water, or not just water. Like, it has to be salty. Get something, man. Don't stay too crazy for too long. I swear. It's freaking. It's unbelievable. It stays. Where are we? Yo, Fienor, thanks for the 99 Czar. What am I reading at the moment? I'm still doing witchcraft Charles Williams, man, for too long. Way too long. That's what I'm doing, and New Gods. I gotta get serious about what's on deck. I'll tell you, I gotta start getting serious. F, thanks for the 15 bones. Appreciate how willing you are to go deep and show your work. Great stuff. Thanks for noticing. I try to get into these, but not every night people are into getting deep into this stuff. Like, a lot of times people just aren't. But hell, you know. Legit Gamer 31 HD, thanks for the 10 bones. It's not about the false war we've been taught between good and evil, because that's basically light magic versus dark magic. All right. Lucifer light, Satan dark. It's about life and death. Yahweh versus Satan. Okay. Behold the hand. Behold the nail. I get that. What does that mean, though? I forget even where that's from. Having flashbacks again. What's that from? Behold the hand, behold the nail. What the hell's it from? It's like Tetragrammaton, right? It's like Yahweh. It's like a name. Like a concept of here I am. Or something like that. It's you are that. Does that make any sense? What's it from? I don't know. I don't have the answer, so I guess whatever. Yo, Swanee. 10 bones, pal. Hey, thanks. Just want to say I'm really happy about where you are these days, bud. Thanks so much for that, man. Really appreciate hearing that. Feel like we were all with you all the way. Good shit, man. Thanks so much for that, Swanee. That's really so good. That's so good. Thanks so much for that. It's what Pilate said. Thomas asked for proof. Christ obliged. No, this is... I don't know. I don't know where my memory's coming from. I don't know. Nobody else does either. I guess I'll search for it. I'll look it up. Curious though, like what was that in relation to? Those, I don't know, that concept of behold, even. A little bit like the hand of fire writing its finger with the messages in New Gods, Ochi. Know what I'm saying? Well, just so many crazy things today. I mean, I don't have a record of them. God. There are so many concepts here today. Did I miss anybody? We good? Steady. Okay. It's crazy, man. Steady. 7 years ago today. And you're real about it. 7 years today? This is the 27th of July? It's so crazy, man. It's so crazy. Steady. Damn. James, has this been one of the best ones? This one does seem pretty important. But I don't have the correct notes, the correct minutes of the meetings. I can't take notes and go, freaking... It's hard for me to void grasp and do anything else at all at the same time. We're all dead, that's why we're all in Sheol. Oh, God. Transmutation. That anxiety, that dread, that lack of faith, it is a frequency, it is a thing. If it exists, it can be transmuted. Hence, you see the abomination in this world. You see things transmuted before your eyes. Many different ways. See what I'm saying? You know, Jason of the Vague, thanks for the membership. See what I'm saying? I hardly even know what I'm saying. There's so much stuff today. Blew my mind. It was good. It was a good one today. It was a good one today. How am I supposed to process all this? Oh, God. Yeah, this Saturday was really good. Okay, well, I'll remember that. Yeah. You can find the VOD of this on my Gumroad, the link in the bio. The Gumroad is starting to get a lot more love. Really looking to reinvent it and pretty much take everything to the next level. I'll just leave it at that because that's what I say every day. But this time it's for real. Trying my best. Trying my best. Hop on there. I mean, I know it's the Wild West right now. It's like an archive of crazy stuff. I'm trying to reorganize, try to make things accessible. That stuff that happens, stuff that's new. You'll see. Go in there. Really need some help in there. I know it needs even more help with content. So I'm gonna fill that in. You'll see. Things are different now. Things are crazy now. The all or nothing days. They're back. They never were not. But links are in the bio. Don't lose faith. I'm only now just getting started. I don't know how else to say it. Everything else would be a lie. And that's the truth. I feel like I'm only now just getting started. So I'll just enthuse everyone with that word, enthuse myself also. Really trying to take it to the next level. Really. As you saw by my efforts and your efforts today. Really trying my best to get it to the next level in every way because comedy has really suffered over the years by, not being... If you're not with it, all of comedy takes a hit, and it's a shame. So, it's sad. It's okay. It's okay. But I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail. This was a good one. It's so crazy today. My mind's blown. This was a really good one today. I better hit the dusty trail, otherwise I'll just be rambling. Please check out the Gum Road. I shouldn't even ask people to check it out until I fill in some chundon and stuff. I shouldn't even ask people. Never mind. We're getting some chundon on there. Getting some other. I've been trying my best to get a lot of things off the ground. Get some really good interviews coming. You know how charged I am on here, and I've really have lots of fun when I'm interviewed or have discussions with people. I really feel it's a different kind of energy when you're having a dialogue and someone is intent on pulling some good stuff out of you. So it's a real, I always just try to pull good stuff out of myself, and you guys, do your best to pull good stuff out of me, and it's pretty effective if we're on a good roll. But the content will be the invitation. Trying to fix everything up, trying to make everything and everyone better. It was a really good one. Charles, you are the strongest man in the world. Your soul does some heavy lifting, Dave. Really appreciate that. I could really use that. I'm trying to get my faith back and, just lead by example. What else can I say? What else can I say? Trying my best. Pray for your homie, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. Got me through the darkest times. Just like you guys here, steady, everyone here, steady, Swanee, all you guys, we've been through the darkest times. We've been through the darkest times. You gotta knock on wood, things could always get darker. But we've been through some dark times that were really dark, really productive and fruitful. I mean, not all the time, but a lot of the time. But I really appreciate those words and the love and support. It means a lot, and I'm trying to clean up my act. I always have been trying to clean up my act, but I try. Can only try more. Because I know what... I speak for myself. I know what myself at maximum is like. And I know that every day that goes by is a tragedy for the world and for all comedy, to be honest with you, but I don't mean to sound like that. I don't need to sound like I'm horn tooting. I'm really not. I'm just trying to blast myself out of this. Anyway, enough of that. Keep it to myself next time. But I can only try. It's just a shame. It's a shame if things aren't at 100%, but we're there. We're getting there. God help us all. Christ help us in everything. Can only get better from here. I can hardly get worse. Everyone, thanks so much. Much love. Coming on again tomorrow. Tune in for the Palace at 7. Be there or be nowhere. Tune into the Palace. God Almighty. Walk with us now. God Almighty, walk with us. Try harder. Much love, everybody. Behold the hand. Behold the nail. Power is all yours or always was. It's a bitter pill. It's the most bitter pill there is. Much love, everybody. See you tomorrow. God. Keep it real.